Virginia lawmakers working to restore education benefits to military families after Democrats tried to take away free college tuition for families who have lost a parent or spouse in the line of military duty. The Democrats want free college for illegals, but not for those who lost someone in the line of duty. Our next guest led the effort to restore it, as the wives of fallen and disabled service members are horrified by the efforts to remove it in the first place. Donna Lewis is a Gold Star wife, and Kayla Owen, her husband, is a 100% disabled veteran. Thank you both so much for being here. Let me start with you, Kayla. First of all, how shocked were you that this is where they decided to cut on the backs of vets and military families?
I mean, in a year where Virginia has a $5 billion surplus, it's absolutely astonishing that this would be where they decide to make cuts. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And particularly the way it was done, legislating through the budget under the cloak of darkness, could not be any more un-American.
Yeah, I mean, Donna, did you have any heads up that this was coming? I mean, it's a big bill. It didn't seem to be something that was publicly discussed, and then they decided to slash this hugely popular beneficial program for military families.
Yeah, I caught wind of it probably back in April, and I thought that there was no way that this would actually happen and go through. And then, we actually saw the budget that was released on May 11th, and it was in there on page 641 out of, 650 pages, and they had removed any language about VMSDEP identifying it. So it wasn't really easy to search for it. And we went to the Capitol. I think a lot of our legislators that we spoke to were told this really wouldn't impact us. It sounds like maybe they were given some not correct information. And then they had passed the budget and the governor signed it. So now we're working to repeal it.
So, Kayla, where are we in the process of trying to restore this program? Because most legislators, the governor, as was mentioned by Donna, have now said, OK, no, we want to restore. But there's some really hard-headed Democrats here that are standing by this and don't want to move.
There are. And Friday, the House took up the bill. It was a 92-0 unanimous vote. For some reason, the House leadership that are Democrats had no issue passing this unanimously. So when it's going over to the Senate now, you have the majority and bipartisan support in the Senate, yet the head of the Senate Finance Committee has said that she's going to refuse to docket the bill. So despite the fact that there is a majority, including Democrats, that want to pass this in the Senate, she has stated she's not going to let that happen, which is absolutely unbelievable.
Donna, as was mentioned, there's a big budget surplus in the state of Virginia. The cost of the program is significant. We can put it up on the screen, and it has increased from 2019 to 2023. But when you consider the size of the budget, consider the size of other programs, consider what states like Virginia and others are giving to illegals, it's a drop in the bucket. And so what's the why here? Why would they target this program? Why is there a Democrat in the Senate who's throwing down on this particular bill?
I mean, that's a great question. I think many of her constituents have reached out to ask her, and she has ignored them and won't respond to them. So I don't know why. It is an expensive program, and there probably might need to be some changes. But what we're asking for, what the Senate had originally put in their budget, was actually to study the program and make changes based on that study. Incredible.
Kayla, I mean, your husband uses the program to go back to school, get an education, allows him to take care of your family, the kids of those who made the ultimate sacrifice have an opportunity to use this program. 6,000 received a waiver in 2022 and 2023. There are a lot of Virginians that have given a lot for this country. It's a popular program that was stolen in the middle of the night. It's a righteous fight you have to bring it back. Thank you both for standing up and keep us updated.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.